Once sport becomes competitive, or once an activity becomes competitive, no longer is health the number one principle.
Kyle Walters is a competitive bodybuilder. His day starts at 6 a.m. with 10 egg whites, mixed with 2 cups of brown rice.
It tastes good, I feel good.
Yes, he's also eating those 4 sweet potato pierogies and 2 more eggs, sunny side up.
Typical breakfast.
That's typical when Kyle's not training for a bodybuilding show. When he is, he eats at least 20 egg whites a day.
Do I like trophies more than I, like eating eggs? And, so I'll eat the eggs to win the trophy. It's okay.
When Kyle's trying to win trophies and needs his body in this shape, for 10 to 12 weeks, his regimen will intensify even more. To keep his metabolism burning, he'll disrupt his sleep for meals.
Yeah, he'll wake up at midnight, or he'll cook and go back to sleep, and he'll get up again somewhere around 3:30, 4, and do a protein shake.
Kyle hits the gym 6 days a week when he's training for a show. He'll do 90 minutes of heavy weightlifting and 80 minutes of cardio. When Kyle's not training for a bodybuilding show himself, he's building other people's bodies as the head trainer at Lakeview Gym in Gitsonia, Pennsylvania.
We don't want to just mindlessly rep.
His office here is a shrine to all the bodies he's transformed. One of those transformations is 20-year-old Ryan Maginik, who started competing in bodybuilding shows 2 years ago. He understands his lifestyle is not for everyone.
Not many people want to do the dieting and cardio. It's a lot of sacrifice.
Competitive bodybuilding was too much of a sacrifice for Tammy Ambrose.
You live, eat, and breathe it in order to be good at what you do. As soon as something becomes competitive, it becomes pretty all-consuming.
And that's us backstage.
Kyle used to train Tammy for shows, but she stopped competing when she felt the lifestyle was overly intense. She would spend about 2.5 hours a day in the gym, and going out to dinner with friends and family led to too much temptation.
In the end, I just stopped going out a lot and doing things because I was in that zone, which worked for them, but 3 years of that wasn't much of a life.
Taking any activity or sport to an extreme can be dangerous and unhealthy.
The hundreds and thousands of yards a swimmer does for competition, is that healthy? Is the 60 or 70 miles a week of pounding pavement healthy on the knees? Sure, if you're running, it's very healthy. Once you get competitive with any sport, the idea then isn't health, it's winning. So what are the things you're going to do and sacrifice to win?
Some bodybuilders might do steroids in order to win. Ryan is often asked if he takes steroids because of his size.
Hugs, not drugs.
He says he hasn't used steroids yet, but that doesn't mean he won't.
Yeah, I would.
Is there a lot of pressure?
No. Maybe on myself, from myself, but not, from an external person or source. So.
Kyle says there's good reason for the pressure.
They work. So people use them because done correctly, they make you bigger, they make you stronger, they make you faster, they make you recover better. If someone takes them and someone doesn't, they train the same. The person taking them probably is going to win.
It doesn't seem fair, right? That's why there are 2 types of bodybuilding competition shows: tested and non-tested. And it's exactly how it sounds. Tested competitions check for steroid use, human growth hormone, and prescription diuretics. Competitors who have used the banned substances are disqualified. Ironically, non-tested competitions turn a blind eye in a sport that is completely visual.
On stage, they don't say to you, oh, you're the healthiest person on stage, you're the winner. No, you look the best, or you're the biggest, or you're the leanest.
Dr. Michael Gabris, a cardiologist at the New York Heart Center, says substance abuse isn't the only health risk that comes along with bodybuilding. Heavy weightlifting can make the walls of the heart too thick.
And bring it out.
The heart has to do 2 things. It has to squeeze the blood out, and then it has to relax to let blood in. And just like you see bodybuilders get muscle bound, or they can't stretch out, the heart can actually get muscle bound, if you will. And it can squeeze just fine, but it can't relax.
A heart that can't relax can cause shortness of breath, fluid in the lungs, and even heart failure. Their heavy-duty lifting might damage their heart, but funny enough, Dr. Gabris says this: their weekly cheat meal is not a harmful aspect of the bodybuilding lifestyle.
To go out and to get 2 or 3 dozen wings, 5 or 6 pieces of pizza, maybe a Pepsi, maybe a little bit of ice cream, and a hot dog or two is probably a typical cheat.
An 8,000 calorie cheat, typical for a bodybuilder, because when you lift heavy weights, you eat from heavy plates. In Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, Ashley Iaconetti, NCC News.